was working with a group recently talking about networking skills. And in that session, fairly early on, I brought up the idea of being curious about the other person. You need to be curious so that you can learn about them. And member of the group raised his hand and asked the very powerful and very vulnerable question, um, what if you just don't care about other people? And a bunch of people in the room laughed, and we kind of moved on without really addressing that very, very good question. So I wanted to take a little bit of time and address it here. I do think there are a lot of people out there who aren't naturally curious about other people, which means they don't necessarily really want to learn about other people. They're content with knowing what they know. And there's just no inner drive for learning more about other folks. But it's really important for us to recognize that curiosity is not something that you're born with. It's something that you cultivate. And some folks cultivate it early. Some folks grow up in an environment that helps them cultivate it. Other folks grow up in an environment that does not help them cultivate it. I want to encourage you to think about that. What can you do as a leader to get everyone on your team curious to know more, to learn more, and as a result, to be able to ask questions when they interact with other folks that allows them to learn more easily? If you are driven by curiosity, you just naturally start to ask questions. If you start to ask questions, you get good at asking questions. So think about that. What can you as a leader do to encourage and reward your team for asking good questions and learning more about other folks? Because that is the most important thing that your team members can do inside of the activity of networking and building relationships, which is going to reward the whole organization, because the more relevant professional relationships your team has, the more your firm is going to benefit from those relationships.